Good morning, dear teacher and classmates. My name is Victoria Mosquera. I'm a student of Pedagogy of National and Foreign Languages at UTPL. I'm in the eighth cycle, and this is my identification. I'm going to explain about the distinct characteristics, focuses, and roles of pronunciation, phonetics, and phonology in EFL learning. The main characteristic of pronunciation is the overall comprehensibility of a message in a speech. Another is the way in which a language is spoken. A pronunciation encloses practical application of phonetics and phonology, such as segmental and suprasegmental features of a speech. Another characteristic of pronunciation is the physical act of making the sounds of a language. Its main focus and role is the correct production of speech and maintain proper stress. This, for us as humans, to be easily understood and convey the intended message accurately. I would like to talk about accurate pronunciation. Accurate pronunciation is crucial for a student to avoid misunderstanding. Also, correct pronunciation boosts a students' confidence and fluency. Let's move on to phonetics. Before that, you can observe a picture of how pronunciation works. Now, phonetics. The main characteristic of phonetics is the study of speech sounds. Here, I would like to mention that within phonetics, there are three studies: the acoustic phonetics, auditory phonetics, and the articulatory phonetics. And the acoustic phonetics study the physical properties of sound waves, and articulatory phonetics study a classification of sounds like vowels and consonants. It also, another characteristic is the use of the International Phonetic Alphabet to represent all speech sounds. The main uh, focus and role of phonetics is to examine these speech sounds, as I already mentioned, and also the main role is for us as teachers. And I consider that the articulatory phonetics is the most useful for us because here we can teach students how to articulate and also investigate the sounds made by the vocal organs. And I would like to add that it doesn't, phonetics doesn't only emphasize the physically production, but also the transmitted and perceived sounds. Here we can see some images about phonetics. And now let's talk about phonology. The main characteristic of phonology is that it is the study of the sound systems. According to Ochoa, this is how sounds work and interact with one another within a language structure. In other words, uh, it's what sounds are in a language and what the rules are for combining those sounds into larger units. And its main focus and role is to study the sound system of a language, focusing on how sounds are organized, pattern, and how they function to create meaning. We know that the phonemes are the smallest unit of sounds, and larger units, example of larger units are rhythm, intonation. So both phonetics and phonology together are important. for us as teacher to teach in order to create a good pronunciation, for students to have a good pronunciation. At the end, they will have a clear and effective communication. Here is the reference list I used in order to provide you with this information. That's all. Thank you so much.